So you know how sometimes it is really useful to be debugging your automated functional tests on your local machine, and you want to throw in a breakpoint into your solution and then have the code stop, and then you play with the browser as it's live there open in your application, right? You like to maybe look at the HTML, maybe click on elements, see how they interact. Maybe you want to actually force your test to fail and see how that happens. So that's a very useful feature. But my question for you is, how can you do that in a Sauce Labs virtual machine? Because how do you have access to that virtual machine? Because it just lives in the browser. It's in your browser running and you're in a Sauce Labs account. So how can you debug? Right? Is that a problem for us? Well, the answer is actually no. It's actually super easy, and I'll show you how to do that. So like standard, I am going to throw in a breakpoint in my test automation here so that the test will pause. And what I'm going to do here is right click and do debug selected tests. So as the test begins to run, you can see that the green bar is moving up here and the test is going. I'm going to go to Sauce Labs and look for that new test on the dashboard. Give it a second. So once the test loads, we'll go inside of the test and I'll show you how you can actually pause the test so that you can interact with it and debug live in Sauce Labs. So here goes the test. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And actually my Visual Studio has already come up and paused. So it's stuck at the breakpoint. So I'm going to come in here and this test is running, but the browser has been paused and we're not going any further. And if you want to interact with this, all you have to do is be in the Watch tab, and then if I click in here, you can see that now I can start interacting with the browser just like normal. It simply streams everything that you're doing. It's almost like a remote desktop connection where you're just able to interact with the blog however you want. If you know you want to open developer tools, you can do that here. See that? Check it out. Want to start messing with elements? You can. No problem at all. And so you can debug just like normal. And then if you wanted to continue running your test, you simply have to go back to your Visual Studio, and then you just proceed. And I'm going to step over these 30 seconds because I don't feel like waiting. And then I'm going to continue. And then the test is going to go ahead and run. And then we'll spit out the appropriate result. So this one was successful. And then if you want to watch the video, it'll show you everything that happened. See that? So that's really it, the debugging feature. It's fantastic, and now you know how to use it.